I'm Henry Freestone. This is the Great British Chef's signature series. I love pasta. If I'm at home, generally all I eat is pasta. Adding things on top of it, like fried stuff, or just using interesting garnishes for it, that's really amazing. I don't like throwing out food. There's always things you can do with stuff. Even things like this, sourdough breadcrumbs, delicious. We're the only people with these breadcrumbs, and it makes it almost like an exclusive thing. I think a sign of a good dinner experience is when the people who come in for dinner, they haven't got time to take their phone out. Breaking bread with someone is the nicest thing you can do, and I think that's where my ideology comes from. Hi, I'm Henry from Peckham Cellars, and today I'll be cooking confit fennel tagliatelle with fried breadcrumbs and a raw yolk. For me, pasta's all about pasta. It's not about the sauce at all. At the end of the day, like, you look at how Italians eat pasta and how English people eat pasta, it's very different. And you have a spaghetti bolognese over here, it's loads of meaty sauce, like really red and tomatoey, rather than, it's actually about the pasta underneath it. It's the same with sushi, it's the same, that whole ideology of the actual beautiful thing here is how simple like the pasta is or the rice is or something like that. Right, so we've got pasta dough. This has been resting in the fridge for about an hour and a half. This is royal pasta dough, it's only made with egg yolks rather than whole eggs, so it's gonna be a bit richer. Gonna flatten it out a little bit. Oh, there we go, lovely. So that's the first level. Then we're gonna go to one. It's one of those things, I think people often, they get scared about cooking things like making pasta from scratch. And like, at the end of the day, all it is eggs and flour. You know what I mean? Like, do it, it's really easy. Everyone goes, oh, making pasta is really hard. It's really, really, really not. Look at pasta grannies on Instagram. That will give you proper inspiration. I think they just brought out a book as well. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it back in on itself. And we're gonna roll it through again. It's a really good thing to do with other people as well, as a chef. Whenever people come over to mine for dinner, so if I make fresh pasta, I'll be like, come over early and I'll show you how to do it. Good laugh as well, like you get to spin something around. It's like, who doesn't like to have a bit of fight? It's a new toy to play with, you know what I mean? So now we've got the pasta, probably gonna go one more layer of thinness. Right, and then we're gonna put it through the tagliatelle setting. Ooh, perfect. Cool, now we have that. Get a little tray. We get some semolina, we put that on the bottom of our tray. That means it's not gonna stick. So there we have it, there's our fresh pasta. That's ready to go. So what we're gonna do as well, separate into portions. I think that is about a lovely portion of pasta. For a main, that's kind of more for a starter. Obviously for me, pasta is the best starter in the world. Delicious. I've got a pound of pasta water on the back. So what I like to do is probably like, it's quite a big pan. Maldon's obviously quite aerated as well, so it looks like a lot, but probably not that much. But once it's in there, give a little stir around and just try it. And you should be able to taste the salt, but not to be overpowering, and put a little bit more in it. In a non-stick pan, get that, whack it on full heat. I've got some breadcrumbs, so we make our own bread on site here. I always have put panzanella on our brunch menu, and this is some dry bread, which we didn't get used for panzanella over the weekend. Now the oil's quite hot, put them in there. The reason we do it in a non-stick pan, we don't want it to stick obviously, but these do like to catch and burn quite a lot. Turn that heat down a little bit, and so this is just going to absorb that oil from the breadcrumbs. So this is going to add like a crunch on top of your pasta, so you've got lovely soft pasta with a soft fennel with a raw egg yolk, and then you've got a little slight bit of crunch. So what we're going to do now, split your fennel down the middle, and you see at the bottom there, you've got that triangle. What you're going to do is you're going to cut inwards like that. Just get rid of that, that's all woody and not very nice. So yeah, we're just going to slice it quite thin. And then here we've got quite a shallow saucepan. And put them all in there. So we're going to take a load of salt, we're going to sprinkle it all the way over it and cover it liberally with olive oil. And you get a clove of garlic, just smash it, place it in there. And now we're going to make a cartouche. So a cartouche kind of acts like a lid, but it allows a little bit of steam out the side. So what you do is you get yourself a baking paper, rip it into a square, and what you're going to do is you're going to fold it into a triangle. So you're going to go across once, fold it over, and we're going to go round. Doesn't need to be perfect, but all this is going to do is make sure that it's a circle. You go here, here, and then you're going to find the middle of the pan. So you see just over the middle there, cut through it, and then you've got your fatouche. That's going to place down on top of there. It's going to allow a little bit of steam out the side, but it's not going to burn. We're just going to put it on a really low heat. Winning the Michelin Bib Gourmand was like probably the biggest surprise. I was digging a hole in my mate's garden at the time, and I got a phone call from a chef he used to work with, like, "Congratulations, mate." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You got a Bib Gourmand." I was like, "Really?" It was just me in the kitchen for 15 weeks and somehow we managed to pull it out. Yeah, it was honestly the most humbling thing, and it really like cemented the fact that like I should be cooking. We're gonna have a look at our fennel. So you can now hear the fennel starting moving. The cartouche is letting a little bit of steam out the side. Obviously as well, turn it over so you get the thing from the top to the bottom. You don't want any colour on this at all, and you're gonna have a lovely smell from that garlic coming through. Obviously, when you put the salt on the fennel, it draws the water out of it, so it kind of brings a little bit of steam into it, slightly confit. Delicious. That's going to go back on the stove. So, the fennel is now soft, ready to go. The chilli. I cook with a lot of chilli, but I don't like spicy food. I think like the capsicum as a flavour is delicious, and we don't use it enough in this country, but then people go, "Oh, chili's just so spicy, it just covers up the flavour." And it's like, that's when you have too much chili or the chili's not right. So we've got about half a chili in there. Do 2 cloves of garlic, just very finely sliced. The flavour of garlic crushed compared to the flavour of garlic sliced is quite different. Obviously they both taste like garlic, but obviously when garlic's crushed, you're kind of bruising it and you're releasing like different oils and stuff. When you're slicing it, you're getting like you get a much more punch of a garlic flavour to it. If you use some of the oil from the bottom of the fennel pan, you're just going to get a few spoonfuls of that in there. And you're going to get our chilli and garlic, straight in, nice hot pan, back onto a heat. So now we've got our pan of chilli and garlic, which it's cooked, but it's not overcooked, it's not brown on it at all. What we're going to do now is we're going to get our fennel. Going to place that in there. Obviously you don't want that piece of garlic. Now we're going to get our pasta. It's going to go for about 2 minutes. Put it straight into our salted water. Toss this round a bit. Get the flavours married and working. Take that off the heat. When you're cooking pasta, the pasta water itself is so important to the sauce. You're just going to get a little splash of it. If you haven't got a pasta basket at home, just use a ladle. Get a bit of that in there. This is now going to start making our sauce. Now we can turn that heat up a little bit. We want to reduce that water down. So obviously pasta releases starch when it's cooked. That starch makes a lovely sauce. So now we're going to turn that down a little bit. Pasta's going to go in there in a minute. Just have a little taste of it. See what you need. Oh, it's delicious. I got told when I was at college, you season at the beginning, you taste the whole way through. And you know, so now what we're going to do, we're going to zest the lemon, and as you can see as I'm doing it, I'm only literally just trying to get off just that top layer of zest. I don't want any of the white pith. That tastes bitter and horrible, whereas it's very fresh and very lovely. Oh, adding lemon to something like this just makes it lifts it up, gives it a certain element of freshness you're never going to be able to get from anything else. I'm going to put a little lob of butter in there just to bring the sauce together. So now we've got this here. Now what we're getting is we're going to get a yolk. We're going to place that on the middle on top. Get a fork involved with the egg yolk and really mix it together, because that's going to make your sauce up luscious and thick. We're going to get parmesan, loads of it. And we're going to get our fried breadcrumbs we did earlier. Just going to go on top. So here we have a confit fennel tagliatelle with raw yolk and fried breadcrumbs.